I've got some new riverfront acreage up here in northern Minnesota. My name is Miles McLaughlin. I'm going to go through these listings with you. I own 4 riverfront properties here along the Mississippi River. Our company is Wilco Land. What we do is we buy and sell raw land, focusing on unique and epic land investments. Just kicking this video off, I'm going to cover how to access these properties. I'm going to cover what I know about them. I'm going to show you guys a little bit more photos, give you guys some aerial imagery, show you what the properties look like on satellite imagery, show you parcel lines and all that good stuff. And like I said, how you can go use the GPS coordinates to actually access these on your own. So these are all river frontage. I have 4 properties around this 0.35 acreage amount on the Mississippi River. They are in Aitkin County, Minnesota, just outside of the town of Aitkin as well. So again, these are going to be awesome, like recreational sites. So for camping, for RVs, things like that. That's what folks are doing with these. A lot of these properties are considered in a flood zone. So just keep that in mind. You're probably not going to get a septic system approved, but we do sell a lot of these properties for recreational land investment. People love to pull RVs to them. They love campsites. They love bonfires, all that good stuff during the summer in Minnesota, right? So just kind of clicking through some photos, we can see we're looking at what other folks are doing with their properties as well. You can see people are using campers. People are putting like sheds up here. You can see this guy's got maybe like a little sleeping shed. It's probably a dry cabin, meaning there's no septic, there's no water, right? They're simply using it for storage, or maybe there's a little sleeping quarter in there that just maybe has electricity run to it. You can see some people are putting docks in on their properties as well. It looks like there's a boat and a dock, and there's another dock down there. So, and you can see this property is being used kind of like a campsite. There's a picnic table there and a fence. So, and I think some of these properties along the river also have like little landing points along the river that folks are using. So, like I said, folks are using these for recreational land investments, essentially. So just kind of clicking through some of these aerial photos. I'll get back to them in a minute. I want to show, just talk about this again, right? So, I own 4 contiguous lots. And so you can buy, I think it's going to total about 1.2 to 1.5 acres. The lots that we own are lots 31, 32, 33, and 34, I believe. Let me just double check that in the listing. So lots 31, 32, 33, and 34. You can see that in the plat map here. They all have access off Glenview Drive that goes onto Glendale Road. So to understand these properties better, let me jump into Google Earth satellite imagery. So I'm zooming out here. We're in northern Minnesota. Here's Aitkin County. I can actually pull up a bird's eye view to give you a better look at where we're located here. So you can get a better idea of where these properties are. So, here's Aitkin County, or here's Aitkin, Minnesota. Here's Mille Lacs Lake. Here's Cross Lake, right? So Gull Lake. So we're right up here, pretty secluded area in Minnesota. You can see the access road is right here, and then it goes into here for 2 other properties. So let me pull that up on satellite imagery one more time here for you. So again, we've got pretty easy access to these properties. So number 1, 440th, it looks like a gap here, but that's actually a platted easement. So if we go to the plat map, you can see 440th. That road should technically go right up to lot 31. Do you see that platted road, Glendale Road? Runs along 31, 32, 33, 34. So just making note of that. You can see that there. And sometimes these parcel lines are just slightly shifted, but these all have access to them, right? All 4 lots do. And this is probably the most usable lot. This is lot number 34. I believe I have photos in the listing. So this is lot number 34. This is lot 33. This is lot 32. This is lot 31. So lot 32 and 31 come off this road. You have a more secluded setting. There is an old fire pit on one of these lots, I believe. So there's some clearings for camping. There's some clearings for an RV. These are pretty nice lots that are going to offer more seclusion, lot 31 and 32. Lot 33 and lot 34, you can see they're more cleared, and we could see that from aerial imagery too. So maybe more immediate use to just pull right off the road with your RV or camper. If that's what you're looking for, more open space, and those are going to offer that. The feedback I'm getting, I've got some soft verbal offers on lot 34. Just some folks kind of picking around on that one. So I'm kind of assuming that might be the better of all the lots, but that's subjective. That's somebody's opinion. Somebody might want this privacy back here off this road that's a little bit less traveled. So let's go back and look at aerial imagery here. And like I said, I own 4 lots. You can see this is basically the start of lot 34. And if I zoom in here, you can see this road goes back in here. That's that drive. Do you see that? That road that goes back in here, there's power. So if you want to hook your property up to power your RV, maybe it's an RV pad, like I said, a campsite with power, some sort of shed. You just got to work with zoning. Hey, what can you do in this property? It's going to be some sort of dry cabin. You're probably not going to be able to do something really big, but we're seeing the neighbors use RVs and do some sort of small structure, like I talked about at the beginning of the video. Maybe sleeping quarters that are just off grid. Maybe it's a storage thing. That's up to you. You can fence it and things like that. So again, lot 34 is going to be about right here. Lot 33 is about right here. Then we go back here in 32. If you can see my cursor, and 31 are back in the trees. So kind of again, going back here, you can see what this road is. You're going to have a lot more privacy back here on lot 31 and 32. And then here's your river frontage. I do have some more photos that should show, again, here's that road coming in lot 32, lot 33 are back here. I wanted to show a couple more photos. I think just giving you guys some ideas of what folks are using these properties for. Again, I mean, this is basically a campsite. That's cool. These are fun recreational properties. They're super affordable. Some of the best prices on the market that we offer here. And I'll go back onto our other property. I have another one listed, just two of them right now listed. I think we're going to add the other two. Here's another Mississippi Riverfront one. And this is really the bird's eye view that does a great job at depicting the property. If I get on satellite imagery, you can see that these folks have put like docks in and they're using their property for recreation. That's a pretty similar idea. Folks are creating like little landing points down there. So I don't know what the legal, I don't know what that all entails, how to get those permits, but I did want to show you guys an aerial image I have here showing 34, 32, 33, and 31. So that's really what we're looking at. For those looking to go visit the property, I'm going to jump into that. RVs and camping are allowed, right? They are recreational properties. I have a lot of customers who get creative with these land deals and find ways to do like tiny homes and off-grid cabins and things like that. So we do have lot 34 priced a little bit more than the other ones, just so you guys know that. And I'm going to pull up the GPS coordinates in my favorite app to use for land viewings. This is Onyx Maps. All I'm doing is plugging the GPS coordinates into Onyx Maps, and it's going to pull up the property here. I've got the layer on for Minnesota on the elite version. If you don't have the elite version, it'll still take you out there and you can download these maps. But what you're doing to go access these properties is you're using GPS coordinates. And if you don't know how to use Onyx Maps, you can simply use the photos in my listing, the aerial imagery in this video to kind of get an idea. I mean, we can draw these out. I mean, this is lot 34. This is 33. Then you have 32 and 31. You're going to get a pretty good idea of where the properties are located before you buy them, right? Using the aerial imagery, understanding where all four of them are located, right? It might not be a perfect science. If you really want that perfect science, get a survey, an official survey for $1,000 or $2,000. We'll mark out the four corners of your property for you to fence it or whatever you want to do. But just a viewing in and of itself, Onyx Maps is a pretty good tool. You can see everybody's property ownership, if I zoom in, is outlined like that. And so we bought this property from Dale Swanson. It's a total of 1.4 acres. It is 4 legal lots, but Onyx Maps, it always does it. I don't know why. It just identifies it as one big acreage. So just keep that in mind. Again, lot 34, lot 33, lot 32, and lot 31. So, right. And that'll be really visible when you get out there using the GPS coordinates. Again, all I'm doing is copying the GPS coordinates out of the listing, and those are down here in the listing. So just trying to think if I'm missing anything in this video. Just talking about how these are recreational land investments. At Wilco Land, we do offer more of a self-service model. I do want to get into that. You as a buyer are responsible to conduct your own due diligence and make sure this property is going to be the right fit for you. And, that's my disclaimer here is that, these are simply my opinions as the owner of the property. What I've learned from the last decade of doing land deals, and doing my own due diligence on these properties too. So, again, these are great properties, great summer use properties, winter use properties, whatever you want to do with them. They are really fun recreational land investments. I did want to show you too, the flood zone, according to the county, is actually outside of these properties, right? So you might have an argument to build, especially if you bought all 4 of them. There are people who have built, and you might have a pretty good case to build on these properties. So you never know what kind of new technology comes out to allow septic systems in these type of areas. You never know what the county will work with you on. So I just want to keep in mind the flood maps don't show these in a flood zone. So you do have a case to potentially build on them. I won't stand here and guarantee that. I have them priced as recreational properties. If you can build on them, buying more than one probably increases your odds. For septic systems, new technology in the future comes out. Like I said, people do sit on these for the long term and eventually build on them down the road with new technology, new legislation that comes in, right? Proving that you can have some sort of waste system in here. And you never know, maybe sewers ran to the area in your kids' generation. So that's kind of the story on these properties. Again, my name is Miles McLaughlin. I know I ran through a lot of this pretty quick. Again, just get with us if you have questions. I'm happy to have a conversation with you. You can reach me here at 605-250-1256. Thanks for tuning in.